All right, we have reached the moment of truth for everybody in the challenge. Let me start out by saying we set up until 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, the past couple of nights, trying to make the final decisions on these. These were the most difficult decisions that we've ever had to make in anything. I mean, some of these stories, some of the stuff that the kids have gone through, the people have gone through, the perseverance that they showed, the passion that they showed, the struggles that they've overcome were overwhelming to us. Sometimes, we think we had it bad, and we think we've done a lot to get past those moments in our lives. And we have some deep situations that people have shown some inner and outer strength to get through. Some things that brought us to tears. Really, really appreciate everybody opening up and telling us about yourself and sharing your stories with us. It made for a challenging decision. It was extremely crazy trying to come up with these 10. So we're sorry we had to push it back another day, but we really did need that day to make the final decision to make sure we had the exact 10 that we wanted to bring here. But without further ado, we're going to get on to the announcements to announce the first winner. Co-captain himself, Brad, here we go.
And I just want to add on real quick to what Mike said. I mean, hearing y'all's stories real quick, your inspiration, listening to these stories has definitely added even more inspiration, has it even inspired us even to a greater height. Because a lot of people take this kind of thing for granted, and we try to live every day not taking this stuff for granted. But anyways, this first one really touched me, just because the knowledge and the excitement and the feeling she had, and you can tell that she's real knowledgeable about more than just clogging, but dance in general. She's throwing out names like, and I'm sure a lot of you cloggers have heard of these names before, but like Fred Astaire, the Nicholas brothers. I mean, regardless of what people, ourselves, and in the clogging community want to think, these are all inspirational dancers that we all have took little bits and pieces from. It's a part of what makes up clogging today and what keeps it evolving. So
we do a number inspired by Fred Astaire.
Absolutely, and even more than just footwork, their ideas leading up to the dance itself. So I couldn't get enough of listening to this girl and her story. It's more of a feel-good story. It made me want to dance. And that person is Karina Thacker Parks from Burlington, North Carolina. So congratulations. Again, great story. I enjoyed listening to you. Very inspiring, and definitely looking forward to throwing down when you get here for sure.
Congratulations to Karina. Great job. The next challenge winner is a really good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. I just know, like, you inspired all of us as a group with the struggles you did with. We know your determination and your willpower to keep going. And I know nothing will ever get you down. Great buddy of mine. He's from North Carolina. His name is Chris Kennedy.
Congratulations, Chris. Our next person up is Lindsay Perella from Windsor, Virginia. She's an excellent little dancer, has some knee issues here and there, which we can definitely relate to. Mike's just getting over a leg injury of his own. Sounds like Rice Krispies when I walk through the house, snap, crackle, and pop. Can't sneak up on anybody. So we can definitely relate to the wear and tear that your body takes. And you never really know it watching her dance, but it's great to have you aboard this year.
All right, so great job, Lindsay. Can't wait to have you aboard. Next up, from Waynesboro, Virginia, we have Cecily Tackett. And Cecily Tackett, your story inspired me because boy, did I go through a lot of the same things. And I'm not gonna lie, personally, just to speak from experience, there were some things I did get into just growing up around that type of environment. But there was a lot of stuff, I couldn't be a part of with my friends, and they were just like, oh, you're a wuss, you're not going to do this with us, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I just had to stay on that course, and just, clogging really helped me be the person I am today and to be around these fellas at this table. So just keep doing your thing, girl. Good job.
Congratulations, Miss Cecily. I too, like Drake, had all my friends wanting to always go out and party and get in trouble and this and that and this and that. So that's hard to get past. Luckily, both of him and I have both been able to get past that. So congratulations to you on that. Next up, we have a cool little story that we want to talk about. This next winner, we saw a video of her on Facebook doing her a cappella solo. And when we saw her a cappella solo, our mouths dropped. We could not believe the rhythms and the unique pieces of footwork that this young lady was putting out. And we all know the basis of everything that we do is all footwork. We put a lot of emphasis on our footwork. And so when we saw how her mind worked and the unique way that she put together footwork and how clear, crystal clear her sounds were, we all went straight to the practice room to start practicing because she was out dancing us. We needed to pick our game up at this point, you know what I'm saying? And so just seeing that video, we called her and we spoke to her and we had her teach us something. That's how inspired we were by this one single dancer. And she's way, way, way on the West Coast. She is the sweetest person you'll ever meet, and we cannot wait to dance with her. From Washington, give it up for Miss Hannah Johnson.
Congratulations, Hannah. Like Mike and all of us, we're excited to get you here, and I can't wait for all that. Next up, this young girl here was actually a part of this last year, and when we got these stories in, this is definitely a big thing that we none of us knew about, and it's a situation where I guess her and the people involved in her studio, her clogging team, they do a really great thing for people that don't have the capability to maybe dance or maybe even walk, people in wheelchairs, any kind of handicap like that. They actually take the time out of their schedule and their lives to actually make more or less clogging shoes, tap shoes, something like that to put on these girls and these kids' hands so they can get the idea of what it's like to dance, so they can make them sounds and make them rhythms. So to us, that's absolutely incredible. That's one of the more unique stories I think I've ever heard in my days of dancing and in my days here at the opera since I've been dancing with these fellows here. What a blessing you are and your people that you see every day. What a blessing you all are for doing that. And that person is Caitlin Jelinski from Orange County, California. Again, incredible. Thanks for sharing that with us, and again, looking forward to seeing you again this year. Congratulations.
Another inspiration that I'd like to share is that my friend Brenda and I have created a program called HIT, which stands for High Intensity Percussion, or Helping Individuals Prevail. It's for those with disabilities who aren't able to dance or don't feel comfortable dancing with their feet. So we created these specialized hand taps where they put their hands on them and they can dance with their hands. And so it still makes a sound, and it still makes them feel like they can do things that that they normally don't think they would be able to do. And it's an inspiration because just seeing their smiles on their face and seeing how happy they are, and just the feeling that it comes from, it makes everything so worthwhile. Through the HIP program, we get to help out at the Special Olympics. Last year was our first year, and it was a great turnout. Many people came up and danced with us and used the hand taps, and it was so much fun to teach them and hang out with them. And we also get to do the Easter Seals, which is a camp for those with disabilities up in Big Bear. And each year we get to spend one whole day teaching them how to dance and dancing around with them. And it's one of the best feelings in the world, seeing them all come together and dance. And it's really fun. It makes me so happy, and it inspires me to continue to do that. And I'm really glad that I get to do this with my friend Brenda, and we get to share our love for clogging with those who don't normally get to clog.
All right, congratulations to Caitlin. We cannot wait to have you here. The next girl we have coming, I tell you, it is the most amazing story we've ever heard. I tell you, it almost had us in tears by hearing you say that. I could not imagine going through that the way you did. And we tell you, you are a strong-willed girl. Nothing will ever get you down. And just from your story, you might see people's struggles that they deal with on a day-by-day basis with injuries and stuff like that, but you never know what the person has been through in years past that they go through, and that will always be a part of them, but they still keep pushing. We have Allie Hillis coming with us, and she is from
Georgia.
We cannot wait to have you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Allie. Our next person comes from Washington. Her name is McKinley Miller. She enjoys watching us do all these challenges and asking people to push themselves and rise to the occasions. That's really the whole reason we do that is because that's what we do on a daily basis here at the Opry. And anytime we dance with one another, we always try to challenge one another to do better, to do more, to add toes where they weren't toes, anything we can do to try to make somebody go to the next level. And it's really refreshing to have somebody new out there respect that and want to be eager enough to be a part of everything. So once again, thanks for doing it this year, and we can't wait to have you join us here at the beach.
All right, let's give it up for McKinley. Cannot wait to have you here at the beach. All right, next up, you guys, this story has just touched our hearts deeply. It is amazing. This young girl was told that she would not only walk again, but she would never dance again. So the perseverance it took you to get from point A to point B is amazing. We loved hearing your story. Everybody give it up for Amanda Schweitzer from Bismarck, North Dakota. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you here.
When I was 14 years old, my liver shut down due to Reye syndrome, something only toddlers and infants are known to get. And I drew that 3% and also a 1% bleeding internally from a liver biopsy. By the time they shut off all the blood and got ready to pump my stomach, I had 5 gallons of blood inside. They also had to drill 2 shunts down into my brain, one to relieve all the pressure and one to take off all the liquid. My mother took her first plane flight with me to Primary Children's Hospital in Salt Lake City, Utah, where I was sedated for 9 days. The doctors told my parents to kiss me goodbye, that I would never make it out of this surgery. If I did, which they didn't think I would never know them, let alone walk or clog. My body went into rigor mortis. That's why I have these boots on here. My feet started to turn downwards, and they had to correct that so that my feet would come back up to regular position.
Congratulations, Miss Amanda. Your story made me tear up a little bit too. I'll tell you, just to have the strength to get through some of these things that you guys are having to persevere and overcome, it's crazy to me. But we love it. We love it. This is exactly what we were looking for. So again, congratulations, Amanda. So up to our final winner. We've had several different people so far from way off. We've had a couple from Washington, someone from California, somebody from North Dakota. I love how all of these different areas are being represented. This last winner I wanted to make sure that I talked about because she suffered from something called Sever's syndrome when she was a child, and that's a form of plantar fasciitis in children. If you saw the first couple videos that we did, you saw that I was out of commission and was in a walking boot and this and that, and that's because I was suffering from plantar fasciitis. You do not want any part of it. It is the worst pain you could ever imagine in your foot. And for to be a clogger, somebody that uses your feet on a nightly, daily basis, it's the worst injury you could ever deal with. The pain that you have to deal with is unbearable. So I can relate directly to what you had to deal with, and especially having to deal with it as a child. That just had to be terrible. So that took an amazing amount of strength for you to get over that and to come back and to dance as beautifully as you do, honey. Mwah. I love it. This young lady is all the way from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. Give it up for our final winner, the one and only Miss Katie Luckhart. All right, so there you have it, the 10 winners of All That Challenge number 3. Now, let us say also, there were some entries. We had 50-some entries this year for the challenge, and every one of these entries was amazing. We told you how difficult this challenge was, but we also told you we were going to challenge your mind, your feet, your body, and everything all in one. So that's how we came to this decision. Do not be disappointed if you weren't one of the winners. We're going to do it again, and we want you to come back next year. If you are one of the 10 winners, we will be in touch soon. Keep an eye on that email that you sent us your submission videos to. We will be in touch within the next couple days. We're going to need to talk to you about dates and times and rehearsals and all of that type of stuff. But one last time, we cannot extend a huge thank you enough to everybody for opening up and sharing your stories with us, giving us what we were looking for in this challenge. Hopefully you got as much out of it as we did, and when the 10 get here, we will tear the stage up, we promise you. So congratulations to everybody for All That Challenge number 3. We will be hearing from you soon.